Can you see a picture, a portrait of
My name is Joseph Feoshis. I am an exercise physiologist by training, an evangelist by calling to the glory of God.
happy family in the mighty
And here is my wonderful wife. She would like to introduce herself by herself.
Elizabeth Feoshis. I'm a lawyer. I'm his wife.
Before I share with us how we met, I'd like to say one other things. I was in a prayer meeting in the year 2000. We were praying, and the word of God came, from one of us. And professor went out, and the message for me was this: you on my right hand side. I was holding the person that gave prophecy. I was holding our right hand side. You on my right hand side. Also, says the Lord, I have chosen you to be my evangelist, and also I have chosen a woman that will help you fulfill the ministry I'm calling you to. The vision is an appointed time, though it tarries, do wait for it. And then I wasn't thinking of marriage. I wasn't thinking of ministry. As a matter of fact, I was so naive, I was hearing the word ministry for the first time. So it never makes sense to me. Along the line, I just left the prayer group at night. I went to my hostel, and my friend, who is now a pastor in Redeem, told me by name, and he came to meet me in my room and said, Joe, wow, you are highly blessed and favored of the Lord. And he wrote out the prophecy, he gave it to me, I tore it, because then it didn't make sense. Then 2003, I met a sister, and I have this likeness for her. I was thinking perhaps she's going to be a wife for me. And while we were praying, the word of God came again. I told you in 2000, I have called you, and I've chosen somebody that will help the work of the ministry. You can't choose for yourself. And that was when the reality and understanding of the first prophecy, dawned on me. So at that junction, I realized I can't marry anyhow, and I cannot choose for myself. But along the journey, 2006, I met a medical doctor, and was so close, became a very good friend. She always come pay us a visit. My mother favored her, my siblings favored her, the neighborhood favored her, everybody favored her. And so apparently she was not engaged. I wasn't engaged. So we put 1 plus 1 together. So we began the relationship. So all of a sudden, I just felt something was not right somewhere. So I went on 3 days fast, dry fast. I was only on water. And on the 3rd day, the Lord spoke to me and said, what I call love was not love. And what she called love was not love either. And the Lord said on my part, I claim to love her because of her profession. And the Lord said on her part, she said in her mind, I love Joseph for 3 reasons. Number 1, Joseph can pray. Number 2, Joseph is caring. Number 3, Joseph is handsome. So I came down from my 3 days retreat. I was alone, and I went to meet her. And after we talked for a while, I said, by the way, for the first time I asked her, why do you love me? She said, for 3 reasons. I was so shocked. So I was so eager to hear the three reasons. He said, number 1, you can pray. I said, okay. Number 2, you are caring. Number 3, you are handsome. I screamed, Jesus. I couldn't believe it. Word for words, as I was told by the Lord. So I knew she was not meant for me. And that's how God delivered me, and we parted way in peace. And I said to myself, all right, I wasn't going to make any attempt again. I made attempt before, God didn't approve it, so I waited on the Lord. So I kept waiting. I will pray, the Lord said, wait. And Lord, time is going. He kept saying, wait. But finally, this is the most interesting part. 2009, we used to organize a training program for pastors in my church. It is called CTS. 2009, and a week before, we had to put things in order, put this in place, and we had 10 groups from the youth group called the Blessed Singles team. We had 10 groups, and the pastor's wife said to me, Joseph, you will be the chairman of the entire group. I didn't like it because by implication I'll be the last person to leave church. Anyway, I can't disobey, so I took up the assignment. Apparently my wife's group was the 10th group, and they are the last group. So I was tired, I was exhausted. While I was waiting for them to finish the assignment, and so that I can take the report and submit to the leadership of the church. So I had her voice. I've never met her before. She had been in church for 1 year. I never met her. We've never met. I never crossed her path. She never crossed my path. And I had her voice, and the voice stirs something in me. I don't know what to use now. Who is this person? So fascinating. so unique, so distinct, as if I've never had a human voice before in my entire life. So I said, Joseph, don't be kind, you're a spiritual brother. So I said, okay, relax. So I relaxed. And she kept quiet. After a while again, she I can't really tell what they were discussing about. But she spoke again, and the attraction was too much. So I went close. I said, by the way, who is this sister? Long story made short, I engaged her in discussion, and she told me several things about herself. Unlike herself, she told me about herself, told me about her parents, told me about her siblings. She told me she was traveling to Lagos the following day. That was when ASU went on about 5-6 months right. So okay, she gave me her phone number, and all these things were against her principle. And she was seeing me for the first time too. Now, that day I ought to have designed that she was meant for me. You know, this spiritual in quote now. So I didn't pray about it. So along the line, I took her as my sister because I just like her. And I said, God said, I will show you. So God, he said you will show me. If you don't show me, I can't take step. I've taken step previously. God didn't approve it. And it went on, we became close, we would do Bible study. Even while at home, we would do Bible study on phone. I would ask her what part of Bible did you study this morning. She would share with me, I would share my home with her, we would pray together. Sometimes we spend 1 hour sharing Bible study on phone. Sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes, depends on how I have the airtime. And we kept encouraging you have to grow. Like wherever you find yourself, you know that you came across a man called Joseph and he impacted your life. I never knew I was building a wife for myself. And at this point, I must say this, brothers, be honest, be sincere, do good. It is true, whatever a man sows, a man will, that's which a man will surely reap. And by 2010 February, there's a brother came to meet me and said, what is going on between you and Sister Elizabeth? We suspect something is going on. So I said, brother, how can you be talking like this? Can't a brother and sister be close? There's nothing between us. But that February ending, I traveled with my senior pastor, the minister I was working with, and we went to Kogi State, more precisely, for 3 days crusade. And then on this second day, the Lord showed me a vision. Apparently, she was squatting with his sister, and the Lord showed me that vision that sister was going to ask her to leave her apartment. So I prayed about it. So I called her the following day, that was on Sunday, and that was the day we returned from our journey. She went to Lagos, she was coming back, so I told her, this is what the Lord showed me, get ready. She didn't like it, she said no, she rejected it, she cancelled it. But it came to pass. That statement came to pass. But that same evening, the lady asked her to leave, but because it was late, he said they would give her time to leave the following morning. And I noted that. By March, God showed me a vision again. And I saw a group of ladies, plenty, maybe over 100. And I was in need of financial assistance. And I stretched my hand, and I was in need of financial assistance who would help me among them. None of them volunteered to help me. So in that dream, I said to myself, this word is a wicked word. Whenever people are in need, I was recounting how many times I've given out my last money. Now it is my turn. Nobody was willing to help me. So out of disappointment that I was leaving, as I turned to leave, I heard a voice. She was not among those crowd. She was on the other side. Come, I will help you. And when I turned, she put a bale of money in my hand. So I was no longer interested in that money. Who is this person? So as I lifted up my eyes, it was Sister Lizzie Faye.
So let me start from there.
No, you can't start, but I'm not done. So judging by that, I went back to the book where all the prophecies of that have been given me. I have a book where I should keep all those records of those prophecies. And the Lord said, I will give you somebody that will help the ministry, that will assist the ministry, that will feed the ministry. I said, could this person be the person God has been talking about? And I kept praying, and God showed me another vision again, where I saw in the vision, all right, we just finished praying. This was very, very unique. We just finished praying. I was not sleeping. I was just lying down to just relax. And I saw this open eye vision. She went to home and she sat her father and her mother down and said, I would like to tell you that I found a man I would like to marry. So the mother said, who is that person? And she said, his name is Brother Joseph. All right, I think I'll take it from there.
Okay, talking about Brother Joseph, maybe I should start from when I was in, I think, primary four or so.
Yeah.
My mom just had a son then, and his name is Joseph. And I was so happy that I had a brother. So I got to school that day, and I was telling them that my husband's name is Joseph. My husband's name is Joseph.
Wow.
And they were looking at me like, what is she saying? Apparently, we had one Joseph in my class. The boy was so shy. The boy is a fair boy. He was shy and he was all red. I then looked at him. They said, is it this? I said, it's not this Joseph. I was so young then, primary four. And I didn't know anything.
She was prophesying to her future.
I didn't know anything about marriage, but God confirms things from the mouth of babes. That's what the Bible says. So, after so many years, I came to Ibadan. In the church where I was at, while I wasn't going to school fellowship. I think I only went during my first how many months after I gained admission. But after then, I stopped going to school fellowship. I was going to church outside campus. So then now, when everybody's mommy and daddy in the church, or small children, or big children, in fact, I didn't have any close friends then. So I would go to church, and maybe after church service, I'm leaving church. I didn't know nobody. And for the first 1 year, I didn't really know people. I was in cell group, but I didn't really have anything that was keeping me waiting in church after service. So one of those days, and I had a friend in the hostel, we attended the same church. There was this long strike, ASU strike, that I think was 6 months or more, and we asked to go home. We were thinking it was going to end. After I said it was a warning strike, after 2 weeks warning strike, I thought it was going to end, but it wasn't ending. Then, like I said, the church we attend, we have this program we host every July. So that year, my friend and I told ourselves, since we are going to be home all through July, let's just go to church and do all the work we can do. At least by the time we go home, other people are working. We won't be feeling bad that this year past we did not work home. And that was the sincerity of our hearts. Her name is Nneka. We went to church, I think it was on 29th of June 2009. We went to church, and that day after church we walked. We had picked beans, wheat, and by the time we finished working downstairs, there was still time. So I just told her, let's still go and look for work now. So they said they were ironing somewhere upstairs, and we found our way upstairs. When we got there, we were working, we were ironing clothes, and both of us were talking, and there was a brother by our side who was also talking with us. The brother was in my fellowship center. So we're all gisting, and my normal self, I was just gisting with my friends. And I discovered that they were laughing. I didn't even notice one brother that was at the end of the hall looking at me. The next thing I heard was, "Come, sister, come." And I looked at the person that's calling sister, "Come." I didn't answer him. I continued my gist. He called again. I didn't answer him. He then moved a seat closer to where we were staying. Then he said, "Come." So and those ones who were asking me to stop working to eat, so others would continue. So I went to answer him, and we started gisting. Like he said, I started talking, and we got home. Before we knew it now, friendship became, brother is coming to visit us in Lagos. So he came to Lagos to visit my family. And when he came, the first time he came to the house, my mother, after he left, my mom asked, "I hope this brother is not coming for marriage." I said, no, this one, he cannot come for marriage. There's one other brother, even though that one has not said anything, that one, it looks like he's coming for marriage, but this one, no, it's a spiritual brother, he won't come. Well, after how many months, God started speaking. Well, before then, God was actually speaking, but like he said, we're not discerning. We're not discerning, or we were not sensitive to God's what God was saying. Probably because we had our idols, we had what we wanted. Like I had my idols, I had what I wanted. I had so many pictures in my mind. So when God was speaking, I would say, "You rebuke you, I bind you, I cast you." But above all, when it was time for God to have his way. We just had to roll the ball with God. We allowed him to have his way. And here we are today. On 1st of May 2009, he proposed to me.
And
I was so unconventional.
I like it. Go ahead.
So unconventional. He proposed to me at Agbo shopping mall. Yes, that shopping complex there on the road. Somebody that told me before that, don't do boyfriend, don't do girlfriend, though. Just finish your school and God is going to bring the right man. Well, he was a good counselor. Let me call him a counselor. He was a good mentor then. He told me, don't do boyfriend, don't do girlfriend, though. Because God is going to bring a good man your way. And me too, I told myself when I was going to school that I didn't want to do no boyfriend, no girlfriend until I'm done with my 5-year course. And the same brother that said don't do boyfriend, don't do girlfriend on the road, he was telling me, I love you, I want you to be my wife, I don't think I can love any other person. I looked at him, what are you saying? You are just joking. Maybe you said I should not do boyfriend, girlfriend. So for a while I thought he was joking until finally he said, I'm not joking, I'm serious. So I had to take him serious. I took it to God in prayer, and then God gave us his word, and here we are today.
I need to add to what you have said. After proposal, she never gave me an answer until after 6 months. And I felt that was not fair. And meanwhile, she has gotten all the conviction she needed, but she refused to say yes to me. But I wouldn't know what prompted me. I declared 30 days fast, September 1st to September 30th. And my prayer point was, Lord, for last confirmation, October 1st, let her give me her answer. If October 1st come and pass to 2010, if she doesn't give me a word, I will conclude she's not a person. All right. So I kept praying because my conviction was so strong. And I prayed all through September 1 to September 30. I was fasting, praying, doing vigil. So I called her on the 30th. Can we see on the 1st? So we agreed. So we met. And after I talked for a while, I said, okay, but madam, what is going on? I got my proposal. And after she teased me for a while, she said, yes, I will marry you. Wow! I was jumping, screaming with excitement. Glory to God! Yeah! All right, so after a while, I asked for a conviction. She told me a conviction, fantastic conviction. And that very day, we set the rules and regulations. I said to her that where there's no law, anything can happen. So we'll set rules and regulations. Number one, no sex. And she said to me, who will give it to you before? I'm joking. I said, even if you open it by chance, I will run away. Because I understood where God was taking us to. All right, so we set those rules. We will not be in a confinement alone. And all that. So we prayed. And that's how the journey began. And she said she was not ready for marriage because actually she was in 12 level. So I could understand with her. And she's a law student. All right, and she would go to Nigerian law school. And she would go for service. So that was a bond of contention. She was saying 2018. And I was pleading 17. I was pleading for when she would finish her. She finished 2014. That was pleading for 2014, 15. She said no. Okay, say she would pity me 2016. But I said to myself, this should not be an issue. So I left everything in the hand of God. But surprisingly, I wasn't thinking about it. 2012, I was praying. Usually, I would in those days, 4:30 I'm awake to start my devotion. No matter what, later by 5 I'm awake. So I was worshiping God. It was exactly 5:04, and I heard the voice of the Lord. That was September. I forgot the date now. 2012. And the Lord said to me, your wedding date is April 13, 2013. Very loud. I was alone in my room. Audible voice. I can't forget that experience for the rest of my life. So I didn't have the 2013 calendar in my house. So I used my phone. So I look at lo and behold, September 13th of April falls on Saturday. So I told her, she didn't like it. She fought with me and said a word, you are not reasonable. I didn't say a word. I went back to God and I said, Father, you heard what she said. Go and speak to her. After 2 weeks, she came back to me and said, God has spoken to me. I'm sorry for the way I responded. I had nothing. And the Lord said He was going to do wedding for us. So I started planning for wedding. I thank God for her life because she was there with me. Now let me say this very crucial. The ministry I was working with then, my allowance was 15,000 monthly. Our own allowance as a student from my parents was 23,000. So you can just imagine my humble beginning. But yes, she followed me. She believed God. The real question is that how are you been coping with it? I said, well, on that 2 weeks, the money is exhausted. So the remaining 2 weeks, I just live anyhow it came. So long story short, I planned for a wedding. And I remember that morning during my devotion, the Lord spoke to me, go and prepare a wedding card. I didn't have money. So I told her, I went to Mokola to come for sample. My account was maybe less than 2,000. Thank God for this woman. Once I said the Lord said, she always believed. So we saw the one we liked, we agreed, and I think the bill was 13,700 or thereabout, 13,700 now. We went to, we prayed. It was in the afternoon. The following morning, around 7 a.m., a brother came to my house and he said, while he was praying, the Lord said, he should come and give me money for wedding card. I didn't tell him, he was not aware. He said, what are you printing wedding card? I said, I went yesterday and the one we found is 13,700. And he went to bank, he gave us 15,000 for it. And that's how God started. And before that, I need to say this. While the Lord said we should go and get married, I was able to save 100,000 naira. And I said to myself, I'm a missionary evangelist, so I was bragging with my 100,000 naira. I have tried. Then the Lord said to me, that money is a seed. I need to sow that seed. That was when I actually wanted to purchase a property. So I struggled for 2 weeks. It wasn't easy on me. Finally, I obeyed God. I dropped him off. And the Lord spoke to me the following day. I will never forget it. During my devotion. He said, son, thank you for obeying me. That 100,000 was not meant for food. That money was actually a seed. If you have disobeyed me, you'll have limited your life for life. Your life will have been limited for life. But now you will see what I will do. And after a month, God opened doors for us. People started bringing in money. 50,000, 40,000, 100,000, 300,000, 500,000. And God did our wedding for us. At our wedding, we didn't spend 1 naira. At our wedding cost us over $1 million. How the money came, it was a miracle. And a week after we did our church wedding, people were on the run. And the brother made a statement, I'll never forget, my life, Michael Yola. He said, who are you? Because you want to do wedding, people are on the run. People are just coming, okay, I will take over the drink. A family came, said, I will take over the water. A family came and killed a cow for us. My suit was a gift, my shoe was a gift, my shirt was a gift, our wedding gown was a gift. Anyway, long story short, the Lord did wedding for us. We didn't spend a kobo. People were just given to us. And after our wedding, she had to go to Nigeria Law School. God sponsored her to Nigeria Law School. And I give you all the glory. So let me allow several other things before we start talking about the power of two, which is the main topic.
Okay, on the issue of not giving him an answer after 6 months, don't mind him more. Sisters are not always like that. Well, I think what happened was that I wanted to be doubly sure. Marriage is not something one go into without being sure, especially when you want to build your home on Christ. So I wanted to be sure this man is God's will for me. Yes, God had been speaking. I wanted to be doubly sure. And there were so many things happening around. And
you are sure. Now hear this. I want our listener to understand this. When God speaks, don't go to sleep.
Yes.
That's a mistake I've seen some young Christians are doing today. They say God said. For the fact that God has spoken does not mean that you should go to sleep. You must walk out in the place of prayer. Perhaps if I did not go on 1 month fasting, perhaps the 6 months might have extended to 1 year. So that's the power of prayer. So the old lesson for us to what? When God speaks, there is need for us to back it up in prayer. Second Timothy that Paul was talking to Timothy, he said that prophecy of God hanging upon your life, backed it in the place of prayer. So the place of prayer in the fulfillment of prophecy can never be overemphasized. She was praying too, to be doubly sure, and I was praying too for God to move her to give me to say yes, and God answered our prayers. Hallelujah.